Shalom, blessings. Brother Paul here, Doc, disciple of Christ, D to the O to the C. And this video is addressing sacred namers. I have a question for you. Sacred namers, these are the people that say you can't use the name Jesus. Jesus is pagan. No, Jesus is a transliteration from the Greek, Yeshua, or from the Hebrew, Yeshua, to the Greek, Jesus. Eventually, English comes along. They make the I a J, we get Jesus. So, despite the fact that millions of people are healed in the name of Jesus, set free, delivered from demonic spirits in the name of Jesus, they still want to argue like they think they have some sacred cow. Now, I don't think there's anything wrong. I think it's good to know Jesus was Hebrew. His name was Hebrew. So yes, truly his name is Yehoshua, and Aramaic I believe was Yeshua, which is more commonly known and is what was probably the spoken tongue. That's what his friends, his family called him. And if you look at, the Septuagint also supports this. There's people who say Yahshua, and they have other variations of the name, but that doesn't wash with Jesus in the Greek. Jesus comes from Greeks trying to say Yeshua, but we don't have the same sounds in Greek that exist in Hebrew, and they use a different alphabet. So Jesus was the closest they could come to pronouncing the Hebrew or Aramaic name of Yeshua. But that's not my question. That's just some facts for you. The question is, to the sacred namers who claim that you can't use Jesus, it's funny. Most sacred namers that I know do not speak Hebrew. They do not read Hebrew. They know a few words, like they study the Bible and they know some biblical, like they know Jerusalem is Yerushalayim, or, Moses is Moshe, Jesus is Yeshua, or whatever variation they use of the name. But why is it that Jewish people, Jews, Jesus was a Jew, Yeshua was a Jew, Jewish people who speak Hebrew, can read and write Hebrew, know the meanings behind Hebrew names because they often name their children Hebrew names, how come none of them have a problem using the name Jesus? Whether they're secular or whether they're messianic and they believe in the Jewish Messiah, they believe in Yeshua, they don't have a problem saying Jesus. So what religious spirit are you under? Something doesn't add up here. You think that you're doing something holy or sacred by saying his name Yeshua, even though his name in every tongue has power and authority. He created all languages. He's the master of everything. Nothing exists without him. You think he doesn't know when you're calling on him, regardless of what tongue you speak? And the other thing is, too, that his name, yes, it has a deep meaning, Yahweh saves or Yahweh salvation. But it was actually a very common name. It was not unique to our Messiah. Joshua from the Old Testament had the same first name as Jesus, only it was transliterated from Hebrew directly to English instead of going through Greek. That's why you get Joshua instead of Jesus, Jesus. So, get over it. You're not getting any special favor by pronouncing a certain way, and then on top of it, condemning people who use his English name or any other language for that matter with power and authority, and manifest his power by calling on his name. So that's my question. I'd love for you to comment. You think you're so holy and sacred using Yeshua or Yahshua or other variants, Yahusha, Yahawashai, which is the most ridiculous. It has nothing to do with Hebrew. It's totally made up, false, one Wester, Hebrew Israelite garbage. But either way, you think you're holy using those names and that you want to condemn people who use Jesus, even though people are using that name and doing the work of the kingdom. Shame on you. So I hope this helps you. I mean, use whatever name. I mean, as long as it can be proven with some degree of legitimacy, use whatever name you feel convicted to use. But don't you dare condemn other people or call other names false. So that's it for this time. Went longer than I expected, but I hope this reaches somebody who it needs to reach. Bless you in the mighty name of Yeshua, Jesus, the Christ, Yeshua HaMashiach, the King of the universe, the Messiah, Yahweh manifest in the flesh. Blessings. This is Brother Paul, disciple of Christ. I know it's been a minute, and there's more coming. Blessings. Shalom.